Alright, so Logan Paul and KSI are being sued for their sports drink Prime, and it's really not looking good. The main lawsuit we'll be covering today is them being sued for $68 million for a breach of contract, but more recently as well, they're also being sued by a NASCAR driver for trademark infringement. Both really serious cases that can probably lead to these two getting into a lot of trouble. But anyway, let's start off with the first and biggest lawsuit, which was around 9 days ago, where they're being sued for $68 million, which, I mean, is a crap ton of money. Here we have Logan Paul and KSI's Prime Hydration hit with $68 million lawsuit for breach of contract. Logan Paul and KSI's Prime Hydration are being sued for $68 million for breach of contract by a bottling company for Prime allegedly backing out of a deal that they had made. According to the lawsuit filed on August 2, 2024, the deal between Prime and Refresco Beverages called for the company to spend large sums of money to change its production line to create the bottles specially used for the influencer-led brand. Due to the amount of money being invested into the production line, the two companies allegedly agreed on the minimum order commitment. If they didn't take the agreed upon orders from Refresco, Prime would be required to pay a certain amount of money per case. If defendants did not purchase and take out the delivery of at least 90% of the agreed annual volume commitment for the 3 years of the contract, defendants will be obligated to pay Refresco a fixed shortfall amount for each 12 bottle case. Below the volume commitment, the defendants did not purchase, it reads. So pretty much in basic English, what this means is that Logan Paul and KSI are pretty much getting a certain company to make these bottles and make these Prime bottles, and they have a contract where they have to buy a certain amount of Prime bottles, or you know, they have to use a certain amount of their products, and if they don't use that certain amount, then they have to pay, I guess, a fee, which would be in the contract. According to the lawsuit shared by Bloomberg Law, as Refresco was getting ready to do a test run of the popular drink, Prime backed out of the agreement altogether. Refresco is seeking $67 million in damages due to Prime allegedly backing out of the contract. They're asking for interest as well, making the total over $68 million. So that's where this is coming from. Now, personally, I don't know if this is a Logan Paul and KSI problem. This really just seems like a company problem. But at the end of the day, I'm pretty sure Logan Paul is very involved in the process of Prime. I think KSI is a little bit less involved. It kind of seems like he's just sort of sitting on the sidelines and, you know, letting Logan Paul do a lot of the bigger work. But this is pretty bad, bro. So they're pretty much just that they've gotten this company to do this service for them, and they've got a contract and they've just completely backed out of it as things are ready to go, wasting a lot of their money. Now, I don't know why they would do this. Like, I don't know if there was a reason for it or if they've just done it to be scummy. I mean, it is Logan Paul, so I wouldn't put it past him to just do it to be a scumbag. But yeah, bro, pretty serious stuff. So $68 million in damages that they've given this company. This lawsuit against Prime is part of a growing list of legal issues facing the influencer-led drink company. That's another thing I need to point out so far. Like, what is it with these huge influencer brands getting sued all the time? It seems like every 3 days now we're getting, you know, Prime's getting sued, Mr. Beast Feastables is getting sued, Mr. Beast, you know, Beast Burger is having issues. Like, I don't know what it is. It felt like for the first few months of all of these influencer products just being released by huge YouTubers, it felt like everything was okay, and then they just randomly get sued for a ton of money. And honestly, at this point, due to these guys being YouTubers, I don't think it's going to be the last time that something like this happens. I feel like we're only just scratching the surface of, you know, Prime getting sued and Feastables getting sued. Back in 2023, a woman filed a lawsuit against Prime claiming its grape-flavored hydration drink included forever chemicals that are thought to cause cancer and various other health issues. I remember that being a thing, and I don't know how that was settled or, like, you know, what the outcome of that was. But seriously, at this point, I just wouldn't drink Prime. Like, it tastes so artificial. Like, I don't know if you guys have actually tried Prime. For me personally, I don't really like the taste because it literally just tastes like medicine to me. Like, it just tastes like there's 50 different ingredients in there. And apparently the ingredients and, you know, the combination, the solution of Prime doesn't actually really help you with sports anyway. So selling it as a sports drink is just kind of ridiculous because it's not a sports drink at all. In May 2024, a class action lawsuit was filed against Prime for false advertising on its energy drink cans. In the filing, the plaintiffs claimed that the drink had more than 200 milligrams of caffeine in it. Now, this is probably the worst one, and I do actually remember this. They pretty much said that there's 200 milligrams of caffeine in their drink, and that was just a lie. Like, I don't know why they would lie about something like that. It seems like something obvious where you just either, you know, put the 200 milligrams of caffeine, or if you're putting in more, just say you're putting in more. After signing Kevin Durant as a sponsored athlete for the company, Prime launched a special edition for the bottle with the NBA star's branding due to the inclusion of Durant's Olympic accolades on the back of the bottle. The US Olympics Committee filed a trademark infringement lawsuit against Prime just days later. It really at this point just seems like it is absolute chaos in the Prime warehouse right now. I couldn't imagine working there. Like, imagine you walk walk into work every day and it's like, oh, hey guys, we've just been sued for another $60 million. Some other huge company is trying to get rid of our company. Like, it would just be absolute hell, to be honest with you. Seems like working for any huge YouTuber at the moment is just hell. Like, working for Mr. Beast, I mean, there are fires going off everywhere in his studio right now. It is an absolute crisis over there. And it seems like it's the same thing for Prime, and especially, well, Logan Paul as well. I mean, Logan Paul's been in a ton of controversy. For those that saw my video the other day where this guy is suing CoffeeZilla, like, it is an absolute mess. The YouTube landscape at the moment is seriously just a mess, and I don't know when it's gonna end. But anyway, that isn't even the half of it, bro, because here we have another lawsuit. If you think that that's bad, here we have another article called Prime Hydration sued by NASCAR driver for trademark infringement. Not even 1 week later, Logan Paul and KSI's Prime Hydration has been sued by NASCAR driver Kaysir Baccarella for infringement on the trademarks of his supply company Alpha Prime. Since its launch back in 2022, Logan Paul and KSI's Prime has skyrocketed in popularity, blah blah blah. On July 30th, 2024, NASCAR Infinity driver Kaysir Baccarella filed a lawsuit against the brand for trademark infringement, but isn't because of his racing endeavors. Instead, NASCAR's driver claims that Prime Hydration infringes on the trademark for his Alpha Prime supplement company. This is a civil action for federal trademark infringement, fraud and reverse confusion, and unfair competition under the Lanham Act and Florida law trademark. Pretty much just a whole lot of legal jargon, and this is what the lawsuit reads. So pretty much what this lawsuit here is saying, I just had a quick skim through, and I'm probably butchering it because I'm not a lawyer, obviously, but pretty much what this is saying is that there is unfair competition because Alpha Prime and, you know, Prime Hydration, it's very similar. So what I'm getting at here, and I could be wrong, so please correct me if I am wrong, but it's a lawsuit to say that, like, you know, the brands are too similar, and Prime Hydration, I guess, stole the name of Alpha Prime in some way. And yeah, so pretty much Logan Paul and KSI's Prime is being sued for a trademark infringement. As described in greater detail below, defendants' use of Prime and its derivatives falsely suggest affiliation with Baccarella, are confusingly similar to Baccarella's Alpha Prime and Prime Bites marks, and despite Prime only being on the market for a short time, multiple instances of actual confusion have been discovered. Yeah, now that's one thing I was really confused about when Prime was first put on the market. I was really confused as to how it was going to go down. Like I was sort of thinking, right? Surely there have been companies that have used the word Prime before, and I thought a lawsuit like this might happen at some point. I thought some company that has the word Prime in it, or has, you know, Prime as their company name, might have a problem with this. And, you know, as we can see right here, there is a problem with it. The result of these confusingly similar products is actual and a likelihood of confusion as to the original products, harming the reputation and goodwill of Baccarella's brand. This guy says that the result of the trademark infringement, he wants the judge to make Prime Hydration stop using confusingly similar products, which would likely include both hydration and energy drinks. That would be insane, bro. If the judge got Prime to stop using hydration and energy drinks, that is their entire company right there. Like, I don't know how that's gonna happen. This isn't the first trademark infringement, and they go on to reference, you know, the Kevin Durant thing. So yeah, bro, this is all looking pretty bad. I don't know how this is gonna go down. I mean, they've got 2 lawsuits to face. I think Logan Paul at this point would have to live full-time in a court to go through all the cases he's got going on at the moment. He's got a case with Dylan Dennis, he's got cases with CoffeeZilla, he's got cases with Prime and everything like that. I'm pretty sure there's WWE stuff he's got going on as well. Like, bro, this guy is everywhere in court at the moment. So yeah, that's everything to do with Prime right now. Click the video on screen right now because YouTube thinks you'll enjoy it, and I'll see you all over there. Subscribe.